Hello, welcome back. How are you? How you doing? Today we have two goals, and they both have to do with this giant space right over here, which will make sense in just a minute. Goal number one, we cannot leave our villagers in these dirt hovels. We gotta do something a little bit nicer for them, right? We can't leave them like this. And goal number two, which has to do with this big space here, is to advance to the next stage of our base. If you recall way back in episode 1, I know it was a long time ago. Look, I have a full-time job and I'm lazy, okay? What do you expect? This is just how it's going to be, okay? Sorry. Decided way back, though, in episode 1, that our base was going to evolve based on the real-world town of Bad Kreuznach, Germany. Okay, the sun is going down. Let's go take a nap first before we continue. 1 second, please. Okay, now that it's daytime again, and we are on top of a tree so we can have a better view. Right, our base is based on the real-world town of Bad Kreuznach, Germany, and the evolution, the historical evolution that the town went through. So it started with a Celtic settlement along a river. So here we have our Celtic settlement. We've got our roundhouse, our little food storage shed. We got some animals over there in a pen, and now it is time to move on to the next stage in the historical evolution of the town, which is where the big space over here comes in. See, the town was then invaded by the Romans. I bet you didn't see that coming because it's definitely not the title of this video. Or is it? I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Okay, ouchie. Ouchie. Okay. Anyway, yes, we are going to be putting our villagers into a Roman-inspired structure. Okay, because when the Romans invaded Bad Kreuznach, they built a fortress, so we are going to use that fortress as inspiration for a villager training hall. So while I build, I'm going to hand things over to my mom, who grew up in Bad Kreuznach, to tell us about the next stage in the development. Take it away, Mom.
The Roman Empire, in their quest to expand, pushed further into the wild, contesting land against the Germanic tribes. They struggled to make it past the Rhine River and set up a military operation in the town of Mainz in 58 BC. Just to the west, the Romans discovered the Celtic settlement along the Nahe River, a tributary of the Rhine, and turned it into a supply station for their troops in Mainz. The Romans renamed the settlement Kreuznachum and in the year 235 built a villa with a stunning floor known as the Oceanus mosaic, designed by mosaic floor maker Victorianus. It is remarkably well preserved and can be viewed alongside other extraordinary villa finds in the Römerhalle in Bad Kreuznach. The 4th century brought many invasions to Kreuznachum. The Romans built a fort, but ultimately the town fell to the Frankish Empire in 500 AD. Between the 6th and 8th century, the Franks converted the fort into a royal palace for Louis I, also known as Louis the Pious. Later, between the 9th and 12th century, the town was split into 2 sections. East of the Nahe River is Altstadt, or Old Town, and to the west, Neustadt, or New Town. Back then, the roads were made of cobblestone. These stones were uneven and very slippery when wet. Today, most of the cobblestone has been replaced with flat red and gray bricks, while some cobblestone areas remain to showcase the history of the town.
And we're back. Interesting stuff, don't you think? So actually, the last time Mom went to Bad Kreuznach, she went to a museum there about the Roman history of the town. And she took a few photographs, including some plaques or like little information spiels, which of course were written in German. So I have had her read it for us and translate it. Apologies if it is a little bit choppy. She did this without any warning whatsoever. I just called her up and I was like, hey, Mom, can you read this for me and then translate it? And by the way, I'm recording you. Thankfully, she was a good sport. So she can translate much better than what you're about to hear, but it's because I just kind of threw it at her unexpectedly. So I'm going to hand it back over to Mom to tell us a little bit more.
Wie es zu der Palastvilla von Bad Kreuznach kam. Vor mehr als 2000 Jahren kamen die Römer zu uns. Sie wurden nach der berühmten Stadt ihres Landes Rom benannt. Auch in Bad Kreuznach ließen sich die Römer nieder. Sie bauten ein Dorf und legten einen Friedhof an. Ein besonders reicher Römer hatte außerhalb des römischen Dorfs ein außergewöhnlich großes Haus, die Palastvilla von Bad Kreuznach. Mauerreste davon sind immer noch erhalten. Sie liegen neben der Römerhalle und können auch heute besichtigt werden. How the palace villa in Bad Kreuznach came to be. So in the 2000 years ago, more than 2000 years ago, Romans came to basically to Germany, that their name Romans came from from a well-known city in their country, Rome. Romans also settled in the town of Bad Kreuznach, where they built a village and a cemetery, and there must have been a very wealthy Roman who, outside of the Roman village, built a very large dwelling, which came to be known as the Palastvilla in Bad Kreuznach. And that parts of the foundation, parts of the villa still can be seen there next to the Römerhalle. Wohnluxus pur. Tonröhre, Holzziegel und Wasserrohr sind der Beweis dafür, dass die Besitzer der Palastvilla von Bad Kreuznach dort sehr angenehm lebten. Vor rund 2000 Jahren hatten die meisten Menschen kein fließendes Wasser in ihrem Haus und geheizt wurde mit einer offenen Feuerstelle oder einem Kamin, wobei viel Rauch entstand. Die Besitzer der Palastvilla dagegen hatten einen Fußboden und Wandheizung, die die Räume ohne Rauch behaglich warm machten. So this is, for that time period, basically what it's saying is Wohnluxus pur is luxury, living luxury poor. Clay pipes, shingles, and water pipes are the, hang on, I've got to think of the word for this, are the evidence that the owner of the Palastvilla von Bad Kreuznach lived a comfortable, very comfortable life. About 2000 years ago, most people did not have running water in their house, and they had to heat with an open fireplace, which created a lot of smoke. The owner of the Palastvilla had floor and wall heating systems, which created a warm environment without the smoke. The columns is basically what you see, what holds up the floor. And there is like on the far left, you see that opening? I think that is where the guy or woman or somebody sat and heated the stove, heated the fireplace or fire pit, and then wafted the warm air underneath the house so that it would heat up the house for them.
This guy had to, or girl, but probably a guy, had to be probably pretty rich because they probably would have needed to have quite a lot of staff to do that.
Yep. And that's what it said in the other picture that it says, ein besonders reicher Römer, an especially rich Roman, had outside of the Roman village a unusually large house, the Palastvilla von Bad Kreuznach. Problem, yeah, and the guy on the person on the toilet. So they had toilet. So usually, and this must have been also in that villa. And it's basically it's a what we in Germany used to call Plumpsklo, which means it plumps. It makes a plump sound, a pletch.
Oh. So the sound of your poo hitting the water and the water kind of. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. We used to call that Plumpsklo, and that's kind of like, you know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's basically like an outhouse, but this one in the picture, it looks like there's like a stream of water underneath. And it's done, finally. It is. Look at that. There we go. Look at that. We went from this kind of small, yeah, okay, small. It's not kind of, it is a small base to, yeah, a much larger build. Let's go take a closer look at it. We are coming in off of the shore of the river. And da-da-da! There it is. This doorway thing is probably my favorite feature of the whole thing. The way that it kind of like takes your eye inward, because the doors get smaller as you go in. Well, actually, I think this door and this door might be the same size. Are they? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, they are smaller. Okay, apparently I did count. Yeah, so I kind of like how it kind of draws you inward, this sort of optical illusion. But yeah, let's take a little look around. So from the outside, here we go. We got our first layer. We got some pillars, all sandstone, and then granite for the roof. So to get inside, we do have to go onto the sides. Well, to get inside to where the villagers are, we got to go on the side here. There's a staircase. We hop up these stairs and we enter into our villager trading hall. Here we go. So we have all of our villagers now. We can come trade with any single one of them. All the way around here. I had to do a little adjustment because before, instead of wall here, it was slabs, but they were able to get out of that, so I had to replace it with wall pieces. And there was one slight issue over there with the masons. They somehow they are the only ones that were able to get out, so I had to kind of something a little different. So I'll have to figure out how to I don't know, how I'll trade. Yeah, that'll work. That's a little awkward, but for now that'll do. And obviously we need better lighting than torches, but you know, good enough for now. And we should probably do something with those corners too instead of leaving them empty. But you know, this'll work. This'll work. We got our courtyard here in the middle. Obviously this is an open roof concept, as you can see, so it kind of emulates the structure that you saw during the history explanation, the little history lesson. So with this courtyard, what I'm thinking we'll do is, remember when we did that underwater archaeology and we found the sniffer eggs? I'm thinking we'll probably put them up here. So we'll put a gate here and over there, so that way they can't get out, and then this can be sort of their area. Let's go back underneath though. Come on. So we can also get in either from the long side or from this shorter side. We can get in underneath the stairs. This just goes all the way around like so. But we'll go inside. Oh, you know what? I didn't put stairs here. I'll have to fix that later. This same thing. This is just another corridor that goes all the way around. In here, you can see where the courtyard is with these dirt, grass up top. What I'm thinking, actually, is that we might extend this, like create like a little, I don't know, spirally thing that comes down here, and then the sniffers can have more area to roam around. Plus that would give us a way, if we block it off so they can't get out, but we can get in, and then that would give us a way to access the top even if we come in from down below. So I might do that. I don't know what that's going to look like yet. I'm also thinking, because we have this cave-ish, kind of a cave, not really, but kind of sorta, maybe what we could do is we could kind of make this into a mining area. This was just coincidental that where I decided to build this just happens to be this as well. But I'm thinking we can utilize that, build it into a little mining op down there. And for sections like this where we've got the stone and dirt and stuff exposed, I might clear out like just one layer and then put like black concrete just to give it some depth. I don't know for sure what I'll do with that yet, but I don't want it just to have dirt there. That looks kind of weird, so we'll have to do something there. And obviously we need to change out the floor, need to make that look nicer, but you know, the basic structure is in place. And most importantly, what we need to add somewhere, I don't know exactly where it'll be, we need to add in the mosaic, because if you think back to the history lesson, there was that mosaic that was built in it, the oceanus mosaic. So we'll need to do some sort of like marine themed floor down here. I don't know what that'll be. I don't know if it'll be images to make it look marine time, or if we'll just use a lot of like blues and teals. I don't know. We'll figure it out. If you have any ideas, please let me know in the comments. But there we go. There's our trading hall. I feel like we need to do something up here. It's very flat. I don't know. Should I have the roof line extend maybe like one further and go down by like a half block so it's on the top half of the stairs there? Should I extend it? I don't know. Let me know what you think, if that would look better, or if I need to do something here with the arches to make it look better. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. But yeah, there we go. And I have finally, now that we've moved all the villagers in, I have cleaned out most of the weird dirt structure hut things that we had, except for the zombie here. He's still in there. He'll probably get moved at some point too, but it's such a hassle to move mobs around, so I left them be. And the ones that we use as the baby making facility over here, they are still in here too. I don't know if you can hear them. Oh, there they go. Yep. So yeah, they'll have to get moved too at some point, but we got the basic thing finished. Turtles, what's up? You guys are always hanging out here. Ever like go in the water? You're just always chilling right here. Look, if you like stand just right, you can't see their eyes, just their nostrils, which then kind of look like eyes. Okay, anyway, it's done. So what did you think of the history lesson? Did you learn anything? Was it interesting? I think it's pretty cool how the Romans have affected so much of the world, and how even all these centuries later they still inspire us, and they're still such a crucial part of history, no matter really almost anywhere in the world. Not everywhere, but man, they sure spread a lot. The Roman Empire. Very, very interesting. So let me know your thoughts, and thank you for hanging out with me, and have a great rest of your day. Bye!